York, Barnet and Wealdstone amongst the names that are top of the table at the moment over in the Vanarama National League. But of course, who's going to be there after match number 2? We're going to take a little look next. That's right, folks. Perhaps getting a prediction video today. Look forward to the 2022-2023 Vanarama National League. I'm coming at you with match day number 2 in just a second. If you knew where you've been, smash your subscribe button, bang up today. All things Vanarama National League related, Blackburn Rovers related, World football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one roof, of course. Joining on those three are the likes of Solihull, Notts County, and Redbridge FC. They're amongst, of course, 8 teams who got off to a fantastic start last weekend. But who's going to make it 2 for 2, and who's going to fall away from the chasing pack already? We'll get into it, all of it in a minute. Of course, big shout out to my VRPs. They are the patrons, of course. But anyway, let's get into it. Of course, take a little look at what happened in match day number 1. So here we go. These were the results. All right then, folks, let's take a little look at my predictions, of course, and take a little look at the results from last weekend. So let's get into it then, shall we? Kicking it off at top of the shop there, Aldershot against Solihull Moors opened up with a 2-0 away win for Solihull Moors. That was my prediction. Actually, it was a big 4-1 win for Solihull. Fantastic start for them as well. Altrincham with a 1-1 draw against Maidstone. Got that one bang on point. Dagenham and Redbridge against Gateshead. 2-1 in the end for me, for Dagenham. Actually, it was a 2-2 draw, so not too far off the money on that one. Dorking did lose to Chesterfield. That was my pick. It was actually a 2-2 draw in the end. Meanwhile, Barnet, a big monstrous win over Halifax Town. 2-1 for them. Fantastic opener for Barnet as well. 3-1 win was my pick as well. Meanwhile, Notts County went with a 3-0, and it was 3-0. Happy bloody days. Southend United lost at home to Boreham. Big win for them on the road. Torquay could only muster a draw against Oldham. I went with a 2-1 win myself. Wealdstone big 3-2 winners over Bromley. Went with a 0-0 in the end. Redbridge FC with a big 2-1 win over Eastleigh. I went with a 3-0 win in the end. York City with that 2-0 win over Woking. Unfortunately, Haben's boys couldn't get it over the line. And then at the bottom there, Scunthorpe with a big 2-1 win over Yeovil. That's, of course, the results of match day number 1. This is what the table looks like after match number 1, with Solihull Moors up there alongside Notts County and Barnet. There's a power 3 going down right now. 4 teams going down. Halifax, Woking, Aldershot and Maidenhead. It is, of course, early days, so let's not read into it too much. But, of course, how about you guys then? Shall we take a little look at how you guys got on with the prediction league? So here we go with the first weeks of action, and well done to these guys. We have a 4-way tie with Sheriff with 7. This is Sheriff Turspol Fan 09. Jimmy Watton's up there, Shane O'Donnell and Ryan Brooks up there leading the charge with, of course, 7 out of 12 these days over in the Vanarama National League. Now, if you want to get involved, it is free to enter. Get involved, cut your /non-league and get your name in lights, of course. And you can be here next weekend competing with the big boys as we see who's going to be the strongest predictor of the month of August. That's right. But anyway, we are taking a look at the next round of matches, which are coming at you right here, right now. And here we go. That's right, coming at you. It is top of the top. It's Boreham. It is Notts County. It is, of course, Saturday, August the 13th. Not too far away, so make sure you get your predictions in now. Let's get into the deep end. Play the 8 times in 2016. 1 for Boreham. We got 3 wins for Notts County, and we got 4 draws as well. Boreham just 1 win in 6 for them. 33% form for them. Up against the Notts County side of just 1 defeat in the last 6. 75% form for them moving forward. Biggest win for Notts County, 2-0 win. The biggest win for Boreham is a 1-0 win. In fact, the hosts have only scored 9 goals compared to Notts County's 12. Works out about 1.13 goals a game compared to 1.5 for the visitors. Last time I played over at Boreham, it was a 1-1 draw. In fact, 3 of the last 5 between these two sides have ended up all square on this one. Boreham just to get 1 win out of 6. Of course, the hosts to open up with a win against Southend on the road. Now it's kind of a big 3-0 demolition of Maidenhead. Could it be their year this year? 21-10 is your Boreham 23-10 is your draw. 13-10 is your away win. Back in, of course, Boreham to lose here. Notts County making back-to-back wins, and of course look good at the top of the table. Bromley, I guess Altrincham coming at you as well on the weekend. 6 times they played since 2015. 3 for Bromley, 1 for Altrincham, and 2 draws as well. Just 1 defeat in the past 5 for Bromley, 50% form. 1-2 loss, 2 drawn 2 over the last 6. Altrincham coming to this without a win in 6. 25% form for them moving forward. Biggest win over each other. 3-1 win, of course. Bromley with a big 7 goals compared to Altrincham's 5. Works out about 1.17 goals over the 6 games played, and 0.83 goals for Altrincham moving forward. Last time around, though, of course, in Bromley, it was a 1-1 draw back in May 2022. Moving on, of course, Bromley with a 3-2 loss against Wealdstone on opening day. Altrincham with a 1-1 draw against Maidstone to give themselves at least an unbeaten start to the campaign. Moving forward, though, 11-10 on is your, of course, your Bromley. 5-2 is your, and 60-5 is your Altrincham here. Going with the host here with a 1-0 win for Bromley to take it to the house. Next, of course, we have Eastleigh. They're locking horns with Wealdstone. That's right, coming at you on the weekend as well. 5 times they played just in 2023 with Eastleigh. Eastleigh, 1 win for Wealdstone, 1 draw, of course. Eastleigh, though, just 1 win in 6, 33% form for them moving forward. Wealdstone, 75% form for them, just 1 defeat of the last 6 games. In fact, Wealdstone's biggest win over Eastleigh, 4-3 win. The biggest win the other way, a 4-1 win. Eastleigh scored 11 goals compared to Wealdstone 6 over the course of those 5 games. Works out about 2.2 goals a game compared to Wealdstone's just 1.2. Eastleigh have played 7 home matches in a row without winning. Wow, wow, wee wow. And of course, last time I played in Eastleigh was that big 4-1 win way back in March 2022. Eastleigh opened up with their loss against Wrexham, and of course, Wealdstone with a big 3-2 win over Bromley. The odds on this one then show we got Eastleigh 5-4 for the 2-5 draw, and 21-10 is your Wealdstone here. Going with a draw here, 1 win in the end. And again, Wealdstone will be happy to extend their unbeaten run to the start of the season. Chesterfield will lock horns against Aldershot coming at you this weekend. Played each other 16 times, 8 wins for Chesterfield, 2 for Aldershot, and 6 draws. Of course, just 1 defeat in the past 6 for Chesterfield right now, 67% form up against Aldershot. Coming on 42% form, just 1 win in 6 as well. Moving forward, 5-1 win was the biggest win for Chesterfield over Aldershot, and 1-0 win the other way. Aldershot's just scored 9 goals compared to Chesterfield 23 over the course of those 16 matches, works out about 1.44 goals a game compared to 0.56 for Aldershot heading into this. Meanwhile, last round at Chesterfield, it was a 0-0 draw back in January 2022. In fact, it's been 4 games since the home side scored a goal against the away side here. So, yeah, it's going to be quite tight. I imagine, of course, Chesterfield with a 2-2 draw against Dorking on opening day. Aldershot with that 4-1 loss by Solihull Moors. The odds here, 9-4 on is your Chesterfield. Red hot favourites, 3-1 is your draw, 6-1 is your long shots. That is, of course, Aldershot. 2-1 win for me for Chesterfield. On this one, Gateshead up against Barnet. That's right, coming at you this weekend as well. Played each other 6 times in 2013, 3 wins apiece, 0 draws. Gateshead unbeaten in the last 6, 75% form for them. Against the Barnet side, just 1 win and 6 for them, 17% form for them moving forward. Of course, biggest win for Barnet on the road, 2-0 win for them. Of course, Gateshead with a big 2-1 win over the course of those last 6 matches. Speaking of those last 6, Gateshead scores 6 goals compared to Barnet's 8 over the course of them. 1 goal a game for Gateshead on average compared to 1.33 for Barnet. Last time around at Gateshead, it was back in March 2019. It was a 2-1 win in the National League. And Barnet with a 2-0 win over Halifax heading into this, and a 2-2 draw for Gateshead on the road. The odds here for this one, 11-10 on is your Gateshead, 5-2 is draw, and 3-1 is your Barnet here. Back in Gateshead with a 1-0 win for them. Not big, not impressive, but enough to get the 3 points and again move the chains. Woking up against Dagenham and Redbridge coming at you this coming weekend. Played each other 18 times, 2003, 5 wins apiece. 8 draws, of course. 50% form for Woking. 1-2 lost, 2 undrawn, 2 over the last 6. Up against the Dagenham side, who are unbeaten in the last 6 games. However, drawn 3 on the bounce. 75% form for them moving forward. Of course, Dagenham's biggest win over Woking, a 3-1 win. The biggest win of the way, a 2-0 win. Woking scored 21 goals compared to Dagenham's 21, which works out about 1.17 goals a match. Meanwhile, last time they played each other at Woking was a 1-0 win for Woking. In fact, the away side's only won once of the last 6 between these two sides. Dagenham opened up with a 2-2 draw against Gateshead. Woking did lose to York on opening day. The odds here, 12-5 is your Woking, 5-2 is draw, and 21-20 is your Dagenham here. 2-1 win for me for Dagenham on the road. Which does it go against the grain here? No, it follows the bookies' odds on this one. Halifax Town locking odds against Torquay United. Coming at you at Halifax, played each other 15 times, 2007, 5 wins for Halifax, 8 wins for Torquay, and we've got 2 draws as well. Halifax, though, losing 4 in the bounce, 25% form for them, up against the Torquay side, just 1 defeat at the past 6, 58% form for them moving forward. Biggest win for Torquay over Halifax Town, 4-2 win, the biggest win in the way, a 2-0 win. In fact, Halifax scored 21 goals compared to Torquay's 26, works out about 1.40 goals a game compared to 1.73 for Torquay on this one. Last time around in Halifax was a 2-0 win for Halifax. That was back in March 2022. Halifax a 3 for 3 against Torquay, and they're coming to this on the back of a 2-0 loss though against Barnet. Torquay though pick up a 0-0 draw against Oldham, back to back 4 clean sheets on the spin heading into pre-season, so Torquay look airtight at the back. Will they do it again this weekend? 11-10 on is your Halifax, 12-5 is your draw, and 11-4 is your away win, which is of course Torquay. Back in Halifax here to bounce back and get the season on track right now. Maidenhead up against Scunthorpe United coming at you as well. 33% form for Maidenhead, played actually winning 2 of the last 6 up against the Scunthorpe side who win 3 of the last 4, 58% form for them moving forward. This is the first encounter between the two sides, so no stats there. Maidenhead did lose on opening day against Notts County. Scunthorpe with a big 2-1 over Yeovil heading into this. So 13-10 is your host, 9-4 is your draw, 20-10 is your Scunthorpe United. Back in, of course, Scunny here, the big 2-1 win for them to get themselves moving forward as well, or at least keeping up the heat at the top of the table. Maidstone up against York. That's also on the 13th of August. Played to the 2 times 2016, 0 wins apiece, 2 draws between the Maidstone. They're coming to 75% form for them. That's winning 4 of the last 6. Up against the York side, of course, that are winning 3 and losing 3 of the last 6, of course. Speaking of those 2 draws, both of them were 1-1s, and of course, including a 1-1 1 last round at Maidstone back in August 2016. Maidstone also opened up with a 1-1 draw against Altrincham. York with a 2-0 win over Woking heading into this. The odds for this one then, shall we, is 13-10 as your host, 9-4 as your draw, 21-10. That's your York. Back in, of course, a draw here. Familiar territory and nothing to separate two sides. Solihull Moors against Southend. A bit of a zinger chicken dinner here over as Solihull. Played each other 2 times to 2021. 1 win for Solihull. No draw, no wins for Southend, and 1 draw, of course. Solihull Moors 58% form for them, winning 3 of the last 6. Southend, though, without a win in 6. 25% form for them moving forward. Last time they played each other in Solihull was a big 2-0 win. That was back in October 2021. Solihull Moors opened up with a 4-1 win to top the table right now. Boreham with a big 1-0 win over Southend at Roots Hall to give Southend a rude awakening on opening day. 10-7 on is your Solihull Moors, 30-5 is your 4-1 is your Southend. Solihull Moors so close last season to get promoted, but unfortunately no. 2-1 win for me for Solihull Moors. Back-to-back defeats or for Southend United on this one. Yeovil up against Redbridge FC coming at you over, and Yeovil, of course, long travels there. Played each other 7 times 2003. 3 wins apiece, 1 draw, of course. Yeovil just 1 win, 6 for them, of course. 42% form up against the Wrexham side, winning 2 out of the last 6. 33% form for them moving forward. Biggest win for Wrexham, 3-0 win. The biggest win of the way, a 3-0 win as well. Yeovil scored 13 goals compared to Wrexham's 10. Works out about 1.86 goals again compared to 1.43 for Wrexham moving forward. Last time around over in Yeovil, it was a 2-1 win for Wrexham. That was back in January 2022. Yeovil opened up with a 2-1 loss against Scunthorpe. Wrexham with a 2-1 win over Eastleigh. The odds here though, 5-1 is your Yeovil, 7-4 on is your Wrexham, 11-4 is your draw. 2-0 win for Wrexham on this one to take it to the house. And then rack it up. It is, of course, Oldham up against Dorking over at Boundary Park. That's right, played each other never. This will be the first time, of course, locking horns. Oldham though, just 1 win and 6 for them. 33% form for them. Up against Dorking, 58% form, winning 3 out of the last 6. Dorking opened up with a 2-2 draw against Chesterfield. Good result that. Oldham with a 0-0 draw against Torquay on the bloody road. The odds here, 65 on is your Oldham, 13-5 is your draw, and 14-5 is your Dorking on this. Backing, of course, who we backing Oldham on this one with a 2-1 win for them at home to, of course. And this is what it'll look like, of course, heading out of matchday number 2. Those are my picks. Be sure to get your own picks as well. How do you do that then? Well, I'll show you right here, right now. Go to this website, Gateshead. It is free, it is a Google form, it is a bit of fun, and you'll get your name in lights next weekend. That's of course my picks. Be sure to get your own in, of course. Make sure you smash your subscribe, smash the thumbs up, smash the little bell, of course, as we look forward to match number 2, and again we'll be back around for match number 3. Smash the, of course, the buttons, of course. Check out the links to it, of course, in the description. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and also Patreon as well, and also the Discord, which is wide open. Get involved with the channel, and of course we'll see you around next time around. But until then, girls, we're done.